Alright, so hey guys, it's Corn here. Today we're going to be featuring a match. We're playing as the Baltic Battalion today, being paired along with the Marines. I know some of you out there said, Corn, where's the Baltic SOF deck? I'd like to see it being tried out. Yes, I've seen your message. I just, couldn't find games because usually when all the other content creators are playing, I'm asleep. So yeah, I'll get it for sure. But today, the replay that we're featuring is against Ben, the Benjiverse, like one of the best out there, or the best for some time. Not anymore because he's busy grinding the DLC. You have to tell him that. But basically, yeah, like this is what I got myself into. This is the situation I got myself into, and we're gonna have to be playing against the best, which is, it was kind of fun. I learned a lot, and there are 2 games in total. I think we played 5 games in total, and I'll be uploading 2 of them. You can find the others, which I got blasted in, on my Twitch channel. I think it's in the VOD. It might expire someday, but yeah, I'll be talking about the decks first. For this video, it's going to be the Baltic Marine one. For the next video, it's going to be the Guards Motorized. I played as Russia against him. He did, both games were fairly short. So it's not going to be for full 45 minutes, but I'll be spending more time on explaining how the decks work. And let's quickly talk about the decks, because I think it's quite important for all my good friends to recognize, okay, what's going on in Corn's brain at the moment. So here you have it. We have the standoff Jaegers, which for the combat recon, I think this is a very good squad, just being on the front line and shooting people. Unfortunately, like their guns, their assault rifles, they don't have 500 meters range like the RSC, but that's fine. Like they're still good. They have they have the Maus, they have marksman rifle and an MMG that all go up to 600 meters, which is like a pretty, like they got buffed recently, which is pretty big. We also have the KNT in case I need any recon that can, any really sneaky recon that can swim, and then I pair them with the scout snipers, which is for backline or basically frontline recon, but except if I happen to need lasers, then they will be the boys that do it. We also have the scimitar, which is, I'm not really sure if I can utilize this car enough, because normally you would kind of prefer to have some kind of infantry, like for it to have some kind of infantry transport purposes, even though it does have a bit of stealth. But without any ATGMs, this might not even exist. Instead, we do have the Spartan spike, which will help again on like wider flanks, that kind of stuff. The spike is definitely you also get recharges, so that's pretty nice against vehicles that don't have any APS at all. Meanwhile, in infantry tab, this time we're doubling down on a lot of special like special forces infantry, relying on the SOF, Estonia SOF, instead of the Zylukai, because I personally think that the ability to blast some certain IVs to make by themselves is actually pretty decent. And even though like the guns here are not like okay, well they're probably a tier higher than Marine. Okay, that does say a lot though. Like okay, so these guns are pretty decent. They're basically the Cherney of the US, basically, this squad, except you also have a bit more pen on the RPGs. Sorry, the rocket launchers. And then we still bring Marine Raiders CQC because they're kind of just busted, for the price. It's 14-man squad that can absolutely kill anything except tanks. And then we also have the Forcon to, just in case we need cheaper anti-infantry, but don't have but we don't have enough availability when it comes to Marine Raiders. On top of that, the third type of anti-infantry we have, honestly, it's a bit excessive at this point. I am actually considering changing one of the 2, whether Marine Raiders or Force Recon, to standoff, so that we have a bit more AT. Because this squad also just does the job just fine. I mean, they don't have smoke. They're combat-wise, they're definitely not a frontline unit because of their poor armor, and the guns are just trash. But they do have a rocket launcher that actually does way more damage than the Laws do. As you can see here, more range, more damage, more everything. So this squad is probably, like, if you've been watching other content creators, they've also been glazing how good this squad is. And I think when you play the Baltic Battalion, this is probably a must. Like, you gotta bring this squad, because the other ones, this one doesn't have enough penetration on the heat rounds, since it's only it's a lot 66 millimeters. It's not going to be a heavy hitter unless you get the side or some IVs. And then this one's is kind of okay, you know. It does have an 84 on each of them in each squad, but the guns aren't the best. So me personally, I think I'll probably find the most use out of this squad. And then we still have the good old Marine and Smog, although I haven't really been using the combination one much because my opponent, Ben, he's been kind of, I think bobbing infantry against him hasn't really been working out well for me. He has a bunch of ATGMs, he has a bunch of like engineer infantry, so I mean, you'll probably see me making some mistakes later on in the video where I blob my infantry up, and even in the VOD that I'll probably link down below, and it might expire someday, but at least you have 2 replays that you can watch. In the meantime, I also wanted to try out the Yeleve Yagul. This is a squad with a bunch of Spike LRs, SRs, and combat-wise, they're definitely not good for a frontline unit, but they do have the Spike SRs gives them a lot of flexibility when it comes to dealing with enemy armor. In case I'm not in range of my opponents, in case I'm not in range like 400 meters, which is something that Marines excel at. Usually people, like good players, they kind of space out their vehicles so you don't always get the shot off. This might be a squad that can help a lot in that regard, except when they get blasted by infantry, it's not good because they definitely don't have, they're definitely not a strong frontline unit. We also have some man pads, and that's about it for the tab. I've also been using the Vilkas as a faster troop transport, and also the CV90, which is only the Mark III. I think the Mark IV is definitely better, it's definitely a lot stronger as well. It does have the Spike LR along with APS. But besides that, just for a 70-point squad, for a 70-point upgrade, just to almost double the thing's price, I'm a bit skeptical about this. I'm not saying it's bad; it's definitely good, but I just wish that, I think the niche about this CV90 is that it has a really good gun, and it does have some really decent kinetic armor in the front, which can actually withstand Bookers at max range. Kind of. For the vehicle tab, we do have 3 options for 3 different tanks. We have the good old the FEP trophy, the HC, and then we also have the tankiest. We have the tank with the thickest front armor as well, the Leopard 2A8. I still haven't figured out the logic as to if I'm playing Marine and Baltic Battalion, which one should I bring APS on, the FEP trophy or the Leopard? Because both are good, right? The Leopard has a bit more options for when it comes to ammunition. It has more sight range, but the only thing is that if you do happen to bring APS, then you'll be prone. You'll eventually be get a bit more confident because you can push into places where normally the ones without APS don't. You can react, and it saves you from a side armor hit, which is nice. The only thing is that you cannot equip both the APS and the armor on the side, so on the Leopard. So that's also what keeps me I just don't know what to really bring. I just think that it might be better if you run this deck, have side armor on Leopard, and then also on the FEB trophy, go for both. Except I'm out of points now. Maybe I'll just drop the scimitar. Maybe that'll do. But this is the deck I played that game. And then cheap M60, I should have brought the engine on. And then that should be about it. For the support tab, I understand that this is a 1v1 against Ben, so I've been using the Click instead of the Catfei. I think in multiplayer in 5v5, the Catfei is obviously better. But this is just to blast infantry or some other in case my opponent's hiding some stuff behind a building, then this is also a fantastic tool to dislodge my opponent's infantry or entrenched infantry. The Co is good for its price, I think. I mean, yes, it is kind of on the expensive end, but it does have laser guided ammunition. It has really good reload time. Even when you compare it to the Panzer Haubitze at 2000, the reload is fantastic, and it's just you also get I think the laser guided ammunition is where the money's at, and a bit more range. So yeah, definitely worth taking, except in 1v1s I couldn't bring it at all. And then for the AA, I think that's also what's good for this deck. You know, the support tab is really complete. I mean, sure, you don't have any MLRS, that's fine, right? Like, I mean, striker, not striker, marine, like a lot of marine decks don't have access to them anyway, so you might as well like just get used to not having MLRS. But the pack 2 is really good in the current state of the game. It gives you the ability to one tap planes and has the most range out of all of them, which kind of complements, because since the Iris has actually going to be the SAM site with the shortest amount of range in the game. And I think, well, just pick your poison, but I definitely think that the pack 2 does have its own value. You can even take 2 missiles configuration if you happen to like. I think it's a bit too pricey. On top of that, you can also choose between the Lav AD and the where is it? I can't find it. Oh, Nasums, whatever. And then the difference between these two is that the Lav AD does have a gun. You can even put a Hydra on it just to deal with infantry sometimes. Also gets a smoke, which I think I actually like these trucks, the Lav AD, because like it does help with a lot of like, in case you just happen to need a bit of extra DPS, a bit of extra firepower, then this thing can. It's not going to be like points just sitting in the back until your opponent brings out a helicopter. No, you can use it whenever you like against infantry, if you just happen to slap some Hydras just to panic an enemy tank, even though you might just get shot at in return. Like it's useful, and like it's got a lot of like places where you can get the gun or the rockets and even the stingers to use. And obviously this one, the AMRAMs on the Nasums is also just really effective against dealing with enemy helicopters. So I think both have their purposes, but just me and like the games I played or I featured, I think I brought the Sidewinders. They're also great. I just happened to figure out that I guess I need the Lav AD in 1v1s. But yeah, definitely if you hate Russian helicopters, bring this one. These are pretty good. And then for the Logi, I have these, just the MTVR, and along with the one that carries a lot of stuff. For the helicopter tab, or we're about to end. Like, I mean, how far are we into? Oh my god, 12 minutes. Okay, I'll end this quick. Okay, the good old Viper that has sidearms, I can actually detect the radar before it gets shot at, because if my opponent switches on radar, the sidearms are going to fire, and my opponent's AA is going to shoot at the sidearms rather than my Viper. So this is definitely a good configuration. You can even bring rockets if you like. The Dolphin is just a quick helicopter that can transport stuff like, let's say, pilots that are left out somewhere on the map stranded. And then obviously you could bring Hydra rockets on it. That also works. Except you also have the Venom in this deck, which has a bit more sight range. You also can carry a bit more supplies, a bit more ECM. So if you do want to use a really cheap helicopter with Hydras, then I think the Venom is probably better. And yes, that's why I have my Venom for. Just have it hovering around at low altitude, just sneaking nearby in case like something's wrong. I just poke it out and then just have it fire upon the enemy infantry. The Super Cobra has some Sidewinders, just deal with enemy helicopters. I think these two have like a similar role. You can even like just like I have people told me, I think it's Excuse Me from like he's also like I think top 30, top 50. I don't know. He's definitely really good. I think he was top 10 at some point, but he told me he runs a 38 Hydra build along with the Sidewinder. So if your opponent happens to use helicopters on his own, then you can use the Sidewinders to just, because they shoot really fast and they have the potential to just one tap or two tap enemy helicopters, which is actually fantastic. So I think when you use this the Super Cobra for this purpose, and it's also a really good helicopter. Me personally, I mean, I'm not that good with this technique, so this is what I've been using. And then last, heavy lifting helicopter. As for planes, we have the F-35 with the JADAMs. I thought it was running the JSOWs. Yeah, I was running JSOWs in that game, and then I think I was running like 2 JDAMs. Like this was probably the build. And then I think, oh, it's way too expensive now. I think one less Prowler. Yeah, I think this was the deck that I ran. But Yeah, anyways, that's the deck. I probably spent a bit too much time talking about this deck, but the replay is probably not going to be that long, and we'll get back. I mean, I'll get back to you later.
Round 1, fight!
Totally forgot. Special thanks to the channel supporters. This time we have one more. My good friend Penguin, along with Kiko, Nova, and the boys from BA Armory, or whatever that's pronounced.
What
Please
the
help
fuck
me.
are you? Holy yap. Are we just playing the island itself?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm. I don't mind either way.
Wait, word. But my CP90s, man. They have no You don't have APS. I forgot. Ben, are you an honorable person?
What do you mean by this?
Just asking, you know, in case
Are you heli cheating me?
No, I would never heli cheese you this game.
Interesting. I'm gonna go camp your spawn now.
Oh no! Please don't simply. I do need to learn the low altitude technology.
Huh?
The low altitude technology.
I'm buying a plane.
What? Oh, here comes. He's guessing, he's cheating!
Just fucking screams he's cheating.
Oh, supplies! They're mine now. Thank you. What the hell happened? What's going on? What's shooting me? Oh, ow. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting absolutely blasted. Again.
That's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, cause you keep bombing my ass, man. I mean, like using RDO. If that's what you're asking. Oh, goodbye. Am I loading? Ah shit, you got the cap because I forgot. I think I'm getting shot at. Dang it. Finally, one supply point. Oh, what just fucking whacked me, man? Oh, unlock. Unlock. Really? Nope. Ah, I need to buy stuff.
No, my Duplo.
Oh, they actually missed. I just almost killed my own team.
I missed.
I was about to drop up inside.
I was right. I had my camera backwards, so I didn't see it coming.
Most unfortunate. Hmm.
No.
Surprise! Reinforcing definitely does take a while.
Yeah, this map has a pretty long reinforcement time.
What the hell? How am I trading this bad? Damn, I'm 0.5 KD again. Can I get a point for the effort?
You've like killed the momentum this time, right? Like I couldn't just walk straight through you.
Because I have the forest, at least. It would help a lot if you could, like, not shoot me without getting spotted, though.
I mean, they're recon infantry. They have 2-5 stealth.
Yeah.
That is like their thing.
missed everything. How many he got? Most unfortunate.
Another unlock moment.
Nah, you knew it was there. I just forgot to move it. Not even range for this thing. Trying to bait me?
Who knows?
Hmm. Fine. Oh, there goes my unit. Grab my unit again. Oh shit. Yeah, man, out of range. Oh man, it's completely out of control now. GG. Ah, dang it. There's so many squads.
All the boys.
Yeah. What good are Spetsnaz? Ah. Or, let me try again.
I love the energy.
No, it's like surely there's a solution to the infantry. All right, so unfortunately this game was a loss, but honestly I don't even think it's unfortunate. Like I'm more than fortunate to get into a game playing Ben, man. Like I'm happy. I learned a lot of stuff. This son of a gun keeps artillerying my supplies with one fucking mortar, and I've learned to do the same. I've learned to, like we had 5 games of this BS, and I've learned to do the same against like my opponents. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing that, just to make my opponent's life miserable and everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. Yeah. Besides, like I think yeah, the biggest issue was that I couldn't resupply, properly. I probably could have used like my infantry transports or like just the trucks just to carry them around, hide behind a building and then resupply them somewhere, or also just use my mortars so to just completely confuse my opponent. Like even resupply and smoke, I think that's actually a viable option. So yeah, and then on top of that, because like this was a result of me not having good enough combat recon, or like I wasn't using the Jaegerists as much as my opponent was with his Spetsnaz VDV, which they would just lose, and that having the cover that buildings or like these small houses can offer is really important in these kind of games. And I think yeah, I just got pushed out from like the buildings, and then once I couldn't use my infantry to get them covered, it was over for me. So yeah, definitely could have done a lot better this match. But to be honest, this was one of the like later matches I had against Ben where he's already trashed me twice, and I just didn't want to give up. So yeah, regardless, we'll keep trying. One day maybe we'll beat Ben, maybe. Just saying. But yeah, like guys, thank you so much for watching today's video of Corn playing Broken Arrow's Baltic Battalion DLC. The video, or not the video, the DLC should be out really soon. So I think the wait is finally over. I know you guys are extremely frustrated. So yeah, just give yourself a good round of applause for waiting this long or something like that. Or maybe give yourself a coffee or like a good drink, you know, like let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. And if you happen to have any questions or anything like you want to know, maybe you want to play some PvE together with me, hop into my Discord. Like I'll be around. I'll read all the messages. And yeah, that should be the end of this video. I'll see you guys very soon. And take care. Bye bye.